Good morning, my name is Chris Howard. I'm a percussionist here at Austin P. And whenever you think of percussion instruments, you probably think of drum set, snare drum, you might even think of the xylophone. Now this is a marimba, it's basically a very large xylophone. So today I'm going to show you about 4-mallet grip. So whenever you think of the xylophone, you probably think 2 mallets, you play, really easy, right? Well, this is good for fast melodic passages, which, in my line of playing might sound something like this. Right? But, that can only go so far. And in the 20th century, a bunch of musicians started developing 4-mallet grip for playing more harmonic passages. And they did this with 4 mallets, because now I can play a melody, which is the 4th mallet here, and then with these 3 other mallets, I can create harmonies with that, which might sound something like this. So, something like that. I would never be able to get that sort of sound with only 2 mallets. So it's good for chord structures, for more solo things, so that you don't have to hire an accompanist and all these other things. But today I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about the uses, the technique for the 4-mallet grip, and I'm going to also teach you some exercises in order to get better for somebody who would actually want to learn this. So we're going to start with the uses and in the history. Well, there's 3 different kinds of 4-mallet grip. You have the classic, the Burton, and the Musser/Lee Howard Stevens. They both developed this thing called the independent grip, but they both have different kind of methods. Here at Austin P, we use the independent grip, and we specifically use Lee Howard Stevens' version of it. Now, Lee Howard Stevens, 25 years ago, wrote Method of Movement, which, might be weird to think of somebody writing a whole book on this kind of stuff, but this is very long. But so Lee Howard Stevens really emphasizes the independence of both mallets. So in other grips, the mallets would look like this, and if you can see, the mallets cross here in your hand, which might be the kind of the instinct to do, but and the strength of doing it like this is that you have more control over the mallets. You have much stronger movement, right? But with the independent grip, which looks something like this, as you can see, the mallets don't cross at all. It allows you to go very far out like this, being able to play very large intervals, which is very useful for some more difficult marimba solos. And this is actually considered one of the most difficult grips to learn, which is probably why that's all we learn here at Austin P. But it's very useful. But some drawbacks, of course, is that since they're independent, they don't help each other. So basically, when I'm doing this, you see that this moves, which we train ourselves to try to minimize that, because beginners will kind of look like this, which is not what you want. But so yeah, so that's some background, and so the grip itself. So basically, you want to start with your hand like this, like if you're going for a handshake, and then kind of just pull the fingers in. So with your first mallet, you're going to slide it in. With your first mallet, you're going to slide it in, and you're going to let it rest right here on your first knuckle. It's going to sit right here in the meaty part of your hand. Then your second one, it's going to slide in between your middle and your ring finger, and it's going to rest under here. You're going to do that with both hands. And the way you make a wider and smaller interval is it's resting on your index finger here, and you kind of roll, and then you use your thumb. Now for larger intervals, your thumb actually comes to the inside like this. Kind of looks like that. And then if you go too far, it'll fall off, which, there's limits to everything. But, you can do a lot of things with 4-mallets. And the reason why 4-mallets is so popular is because you can have amazing solos with it. Now, like the first passage I showed you, you could kind of play that with 2 mallets, but like this one right here, there's no way that you could do that with 2 mallets because I'm playing so many notes at the same time. But you can also play melodic passages with this, like, but so you're still free to do some melodic things, but you can't go, insane like the first example that I played at the very beginning. So some little techniques is we have the double vertical, which is I'm just going to play a fifth, so I'm just going to play C and G since it sounds nice. So you're just going to raise your hand up like this and come down. Now, one thing that a lot of beginners do is they kind of do like this. You want to come up so that you can play again. And then, of course, you have the single laterals, which look like this. So it's just one playing at a time. And the goal is to have the resting mallet, the tacit mallet, not moving as much as you can. So like here, this mallet here isn't moving, and same with this when I go like this. Now, it's very difficult to do. So the best way to get better at this is have your interval, which I'm using, again, C and G. It's a perfect interval. Sounds nice. Now, I'm going to reach around, and I'm going to cup the outside mallet with my hand like this. I'm not going to grab it. I'm just going to cup it like this. This allows me to move this one without this one moving, so I can feel the rotation, because the movement is a rotation in the wrist instead of like this. It's like this or like this. And those are some things to think about. And then you can also do the opposite way. You can hold the inside mallet the exact same way and do it like that. So if you really are interested in this, Lee Howard Stevens' book is a very effective way of learning. Or you could just have a private teacher, but that costs a lot of money. Okay, so that's 4-mallet grip. Thank you for your time.